Hey, I'd like to welcome everyone out. Welcome back. Those that tuned in, Air Force wrestled Snow College just now. We're about to wrestle Snow College versus Utah Valley. Got a couple of exhibitions tonight. Before we start the duel, so 184, we're going to wrestle Kirk versus Morse, and 285, Wilkinson versus Ware. Stay tuned. So lineups thus far, 125. Snow College is not going to have an athlete there. Case Mager for Utah Valley will get a forfeit. At 133, Jacob Wattups, freshman for Snow College, will wrestle Kobe Nelms. 141, another forfeit for Utah Valley. James Emmer will step in. 149, Rhett Miner, sophomore for Snow College, will wrestle Sam Edelbutte, Utah Valley. 157s, Xavier Perez, a freshman, will wrestle Kyler Lake, also a freshman for Utah Valley. 65s, Jace Brower will wrestle Tanner Lofthouse, a sophomore for Utah Valley. 74s, Zach Johnson will wrestle Mark Takara, a freshman for Utah Valley. 184s, Hayes Dalton will wrestle Caleb Uhlenhoop, a freshman for Utah Valley. 97s, Christian Slack will wrestle Jack Forbes, a redshirt freshman for Utah Valley. And 285s, other than Wilkinson and Ware, will have Nico Rodriguez wrestle for Utah Valley. So interesting event tonight. Snow College, this is their first competitive season as a program. Looking through their lineup, almost entirely Utah-driven program thus far. Their coach, Kimble Baston, himself a three-time qualifier for Utah Valley. Also a Utah product, wrestled for Maple Mountain High School. Was leading this program in their first year. Utah Valley looking to show some of their less seasoned athletes tonight in this first duel. We got some of our backups competing against Snow College. We got where we have backups, and should be an interesting event. So just looking at, there's some extra matches versus Snow. The Caden Kirk versus Hunter Morse and at 84s. Court Wilkinson against Nick Ware at 285s. And then there's another one at 141. Cole Bisco is going to wrestle Kainalu Estrella. So we're going to have 3 extra matches tonight. Joining me is Sammy Allen. I'm Chasen Talbert. We're just watching the coin toss now to see who's going to get choice first as captains shake hands out there in the center. And we're about ready to start. How you doing, Sam?
Doing awesome, man. Excited to be here. Welcome Snow College, a first-year program right here in Ephraim, Utah.
Yeah, actually, Richfield, Utah. Snow College's main campus is in Ephraim. Richfield is where they house the wrestling department. So they have their own facilities. It's completely wrestling oriented. I was just talking to the coach beforehand when they wrestled Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
So Snow College, that's in Ephraim, has like a football team, a basketball team, all these other sports that use those facilities. Wrestling in Richfield has everything to themselves. So for recruits listening in or high school athletes looking to wrestle for Snow College, it's an extremely focused program. There's not a lot of distraction going there. So duel starting. Case Mager for Utah Valley gets a forfeit. And we're going to go with Kobe Nelms for Utah Valley, wrestling Jacob Wattups, a freshman for Snow College. First match of the duel.
Colby's one of our broadcast interns. We're happy to have him learning the ropes, learning all about sports broadcasting and running and doing a good job like they do here at Utah Valley, we're happy to be able to share. Ooh.
Nelms early on the leg, and he gets a
takedown and almost a standing cradle there, right?
Yeah, it was close. And, Waddups had his head kind of close to his legs there and got himself in a little bit of trouble.
Tilting here at 2-on-1.
Kobe Nelms cuts his opponent here.
High C, but not too deep. And now Waddups is trying to sneak around back behind, but we go out of bounds.
They'll start neutral in the center. Nelms, one of our athletes out of El Paso, Texas, coming up to Utah Valley.
Heavy hands here in the middle. That's nice change-ups. Post to a high C. Waddups again. He's just trying to sneak his hips around back behind. Got a lock in the crotch and using his outside leg to hook a close ankle. Nelms is trying to put his head under that leg and elevate it up. Ooh, slide by. Smooth, man. Smooth slide by.
Pretty slick there. Sam, I was just talking about how Snow College is entirely Utah-driven. Everyone on their roster, except for one person, is from Utah.
No, I think this is really good, and this is what I was going to say before you corrected me, so thank you for the tutorial about what the facilities and where Wrestlinng is actually housed. That's cool to know. But and what's funny is I did notice that following Snow College Wrestling on Instagram, I'm like, those look like nice facilities, So I was going to say, though, having another standing cradle opportunity.
There, yeah.
Having a junior college here is actually, I think, really good, and it's going to be cool to see in coming years where somebody can go do a couple years, develop at a junior college level, and then become a nice pipeline for wrestlers to come up to Utah Valley. This is kind of a cool developmental program where good wrestlers from Utah can continue to develop that might not have been able to come straight into a Division I program.
Yeah, only the second college in Utah that has a program right now. Dixie, what do they call Dixie now? Utah Tech.
Utah Technical University. They've
had like a club team and some sort of program for some years now, but I don't know that it's ever been official.
No, it has not.
Snow actually is a reboot. They had a team back in like the 70s, 80s.
Yeah. My high school coach went to Snow College. Coach Roach.
Coach Roach.
Coach Roach, if you're listening, hit me up. I want to meet you again. One of my coaches, Coach Roach.
That'll be it for the first period. Current score 6-2 for Kobe Nelms at Utah Valley. Snow College defers. Utah Valley gets choice. Who'll go bottom? So the other thing about Snow College, Sam, is they have a girls program. And so it's the only girls program in the state, which is unique and cool. So local female athletes are getting a chance here in the state, take it to the next level.
Shot from the outside by Waddups.
Yeah, he gets in on a leg. He does have a lock here. Nelms is looking for that trap there. And he's going for back to the cradle.
There he goes. He's brought him over. Got it. Now here's the thing. This is the third cradle now. We want Nelms to really keep a hold of this and now take it to Waddups. I mean, he's gotten him in these compromising situations. It's time to capitalize, right, Jason?
Yeah, it looks like he's actually broke the lock. So Waddups doing a good job of defending there. Seems to get to his feet and scores an escape.
So good job by Waddups to, again, avoid that turn and possible fall situation where another slide by Nelms.
Yeah, he gets Waddup stepping into him, leaning into him, and then he disappears.
Leg ride comes in here. Ooh, a power half and a shoulder hug.
Oh, he's in a bad spot though.
Head hunted by Waddups with a reversal there.
And his back was on the mat for a minute too. That looked a little.
You know, you'll see it. The shoulders touch, and in NCAA, the refs are aware enough. I mean, you'll see they go, hey, I'm going to look for tilt. You know, if what I would consider that as like a shoulder hug tilt that he had, that Nelms had Waddups in. But if he exposes a back, he's on his back, you can easily do a self-pin or pin yourself, right?
Yeah, I've seen some big matches. High school state finals, I watched one of my rivals. He pinned himself doing that, and not a very fun experience for him. Yeah, that's a weird way to win the state championship too. It's like, oh, my guy pinned himself, but
I take it all day. Champion, baby. He pinned himself.
That's life.
Waddup's doing a good job to a tripod here to isolate one hand, but does not do it. And now another tilt situation for Nelms. Anyways, why we wrestle here, I think it's cool. I wish, Chasen, that there were more junior college programs. It'd be cool to have one in Salt Lake City. Let's keep Utah wrestling here in Utah and give guys the opportunity to continue to develop. You know, a lot of Utah kids actually go north. There's 2 junior colleges that are actually really good. One of the best run, done very, very well the last probably 5 to 10 years. Western Wyoming in Rock Springs, Wyoming. A lot of Utah kids go there, and they got a pretty great coaching staff, great program. And, you know, it's going to be cool to see these Utah guys go now to Snow.
Yeah, Rock Springs is great. It's a little far. Coach Art Castillo, he's been at the head of that program for a long time now, and they've been in contention for best program in the country.
Colby lets him go. Coach Williams wants him to kind of push the pace here and move to hopefully a bonus point victory for a major decision. 20 seconds
left in the period.
He's got to move.
That'll be out. 10 seconds.
Takedown will do it. Oh, sprawl and a go behind should give us a major decision victory.
Yeah, Waddups with that kind of just a outside shot. Not a lot of penetration there.
So after 3 periods, UVU's Colby Nelms comes away with a victory, 14-6, so major decision victory. As we move now to 133 pounds. Or excuse me, 141. It looks like a 4-foot. As you talk to Coach Baston, Chasen, do they have a lot of guys out of the lineup? What's going on here?
Just a couple. You know, same as every other team. There's guys getting banged up here and there, but unfortunate. 25s at Snow College, probably one of their better weights. Lucas Carrillo, one of their recruits, wrestled, and super local to here, wrestled for ALA, American Leadership Academy, in high school, went to Snow College and had some success in the first of the season, but might be banged up currently.
Slide by, go behind by Edelbutte. Oh, and a tilt here, a roll-through tilt.
Yeah, Sam, his brother also wrestled Utah Valley. They're both from northern Idaho. So come down south to wrestle at Utah Valley and doing a pretty good job thus far in the match. He's got that spiral ride and that ankle lock there.
Call that, I don't know what you call that, where I capture that outside ankle. We call that the Iowa ride. Is that what you call it?
That's common. Yeah.
To Utah.
I
To Iowa people, it's called the Iowa Ride. To Utah people, that's the Utah Ride.
Oh.
Respect.
We just call it Utah Ride, yeah.
I'm going to start doing that.
So I had these posters growing up. It was like showed like old like Cliff Keen like wrestling positions.
I know exactly what
and
you're
they
talking
called that the ankle lock, and so now I call it the ankle lock. It's just that's how it is.
about. The ankle lock.
Snow gets to his butt here. He's in okay position.
Nice hand
Scores
isolation,
an
and
escape.
he comes on out. You know, Miner is a sophomore, and yet Snow's program is in its first year. So, where did he come from before this?
Let me check really quick. I don't know that he was anywhere. He might have just been a student, and came out of the woodworks to wrestle.
That's what I'm wondering, if he just had a year at another university and decided to come out and wrestle. Uh-oh, tough situation here. Edel has him turned,
And
now with double legs in on
he's looking to
top.
settle here.
He's got to lift the head up. He's got to lift his head up so there's no bridge opportunity, and he comes away with a fall. Sam Edelbutte with a pin of Rhett Miner. That brings our team score up to 22-0. UVU with pretty big lead as we're coming in at 157 pounds.
Kyler Lake, a fresh face at Utah Valley. He's out of Clovis, California. Wrestled at Buchanan High School. A really tough, storied program.
Kyler Lake is a freshman from Clovis, California.
I think you see a little bit of difference in perhaps execution, intensity, technique, strength. I don't know what you want to call it. Like, UVU's looking really sharp. I know that on our lineup here against Snow, we perhaps have some of our underclassmen getting a shot to wrestle in this particular duel, maybe different than what we're going to wrestle against Air Force next today.
Yeah, same with Air Force. They just wrestled Snow College, and I don't know that their lineup is going to be the same. They brought some extra guys, and where they had backups, they wrestled them. So one match I was looking forward to is Air Force's heavyweight. He's currently ranked 5th in the country, leads the nation in pins. And he didn't wrestle Snow, so I'm wondering if he's going to wrestle against Utah Valley.
Interesting. Kyler Lake with that 4-point near fall knows what he's doing here with a wrist ride now to a power half.
Yeah, looking
interesting way that he's running that, though, right?
Yeah.
Got to keep this head down. He's trying to go up over his head, but not enough. This wrist, here goes a wrist ride to a tilt, and referee starts counting 1 count.
Yep, just a 1 so far. He's getting it.
Power half. Coach Williams is yelling, power half here, or shoulder hug. Now he's going for it again. If he gets his right elbow behind his head, he can push his head away, and there he goes. He ends up sinking it.
Puts those hips on top.
Letting him, rotate right inside those hips. Now he's got to pick up an outside leg, and nope.
So
doesn't do
you
it.
don't have to let the guy rotate in there. You can just twist him in half.
You can tear him in half, right?
It's legal is all I'm saying.
Until they start squealing. And then for some reason the ref will stop it, even though it's totally legal, right?
I mean, they have a choice. They can either get twisted or they can turn.
Break your back or go to your back.
Yeah, that's right.
2 choices.
A lot of wrestlers will choose the first option, though. No one wants to be on their back.
Jason and I had a few years where we coached the same youth program that fed a local high school here, and we would joke and tell them that we hadn't slept on our back in all the years since we learned about wrestling.
Yeah, since like 7th grade. I haven't slept on my back.
I have never slept on my back since I was 6 years old and learned about wrestling. I sleep on my stomach solely.
Yeah, don't want to get pinned.
You do not want to go to your back. Quick escape right there for Kyle Lake.
And your winner by technical fall.
Tech fall.
Gotta be a tech there.
That brings that team score 27-0, Utah Valley.
165, we have Jace Brower, freshman, wrestling Tanner Lofthouse, sophomore for Utah Valley, out of Avon, Utah. Jace Brower, he's out of Saratoga Springs, Utah. Wrestled at Westlake High School, which is also one of those programs, Sam, that has an awesome feeder, and they are starting to see the fruits of their labors. So, newer high school, but Lofthouse in on the leg there.
Going to hook here. Knee is kind of tweaked out there. Xavier Perez, where is he from? Is he from Westlake?
Oh, this is Brower, Jace Brower. But yeah, he's from Westlake High School.
My bad. Jace is from Westlake. That's why I was like. Brower scrambling well here. He's holding on to a leg, keeping himself elusive, not letting his hips get elevated and or pinned down. And the ref says, hey, that's stalemate. We're going to start back up on our feet. Tanner in good position. Oh, with a high C to a no-leg fireman carry. Just had a nice deep elbow and ended up having the leverage to bring him down, to bring Brower down. Brower gets a quick escape and a pass by high C, goes behind.
Well, Lofthouse got in and lifts, but to no avail. So he gets
outside double and it drives.
Hey, we got both guys attacking. I like the action here. So Lofthouse is in on that deep leg. He picks him up off the mat, and then he bails on his lock and tries to get around his waist. So
swinging outside single. Man, Brower, long and lanky. He ends up coming up with this this sweeping single. Now let's see if he can finish long legs. He actually legged in the opposite side and gets a takedown.
First takedown of the duel for Snow College.
Lofthouse attacking that leg, throws it outside. Legs come in again, double leg in, but super high. Lofthouse can shake a little bit. If he can keep his legs up and get a tripod, he'll come out the back door here.
And he does. That's a reversal. Utah Valley brings the score 4-3 for Lofthouse.
Yeah, man, you can't just throw your legs in just willy-nilly. Like, I have to either extend a guy or my legs got to come in and actually really put pressure on the lower back to flatten a guy out. Like, you can't just throw him on and hope for the best. He got shaken right off. Got a hand tied up there.
Brower to his feet. That ties up the match. 30 seconds left in the first period. Lofthouse back in on a leg.
Got to whip it out, pick it up,
looking to keep him in bounds.
Man, Brower just so tall, but trips down and gives up a takedown.
It's kind of a wild match here, Sam.
Yeah, this is a lot of action, a lot of scoring here. Got to bump him forward. Brower reaches behind it.
And it might pay off, but time expires, so he puts himself in that scramble position. He seems like he's got some good hips, Brower.
Yeah, and not just good hips, but also leverage with that. And man, he's tall.
He's a lanky guy.
Able to really create some unique scramble opportunities for himself by having good hips, can bump him off, be elusive, but then also some leverage to really create pressure that's not common.
So the Air Force duel before this, also the Air Force guy also had some issues with Brower.
With his length, huh?
Yeah, so he actually rode out the Air Force guy for a full 2 minutes the second period. So he threw the legs in and just kind of rode that guy.
Well, you see here, I mean, he's covered Lofthouse's hips. He's really making it hard to get an escape. Here he goes to pick up and a return. Again, riding tough. Double legs are coming in.
So this is what happened with Air Force. They stay behind those elbows. Try not to get too high.
Right here, that's the position. I think if you saw, having your hips above the lower back is not enough pressure. If you've got legs on, you got to be in the lower back or a little bit lower. That creates the pressure to keep a guy's knees off the mat, to make it possible for you to get turns, power halves, and whatnot from that top position. Right, Jason?
Yes, Lofthouse does get to his feet. It's incumbent on the top guy to return him, though. He gets a stall warning.
Oh, got to use that. Oh, inside trip. Man, both guys with a...
Who's going to win this position, Sam?
Wow, that's crazy. This has been a cool match. A lot of back and forth. UVU's Lofthouse up 7-4.
30 seconds left in the period.
Brower with a sloppy shot. Not a lot of setup on that. And Lofthouse does a good job to down block and then goes behind by tripping his legs down. 15 seconds left in the second period.
That'll be it for the second period. It'll be Snow College's choice going into the third, and he chooses bottom. Riding time currently not a factor.
You know, the way Lofthouse lined up right there, he's got like a leg behind. You think a lot of pressure is going to go forward. And Broward does a good job just to take that pressure, throw it off, and sits right back into him. But Lofthouse adjusts and now is riding.
Pace seems to slow down here in the third period.
Still plenty. I mean, a minute 22 left. Still time for an escape and a takedown to bring this thing close if Brower can muster the energy and get those knees on the mat, get a hand control, and come up out from the bottom position. One minute left. Lofthouse kind of like lets him go, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a cut there. So he can get back in on that leg, and he's coming out the back door.
Oh, with a body lock there. Leg lock.
Careful not to just... You can't just squeeze the head only, right? There has to be an arm in there.
Gotta have an arm, and you can't scissor. You cannot scissor the head.
Right.
Man, Brower is how tall is Brower?
It doesn't say.
It's not on the stats. That dude is tall, man.
We'll ask him.
Oh,
He gets behind. He's in
Dunk
scoring
under.
position.
and a return for a two-point takedown.
Second takedown of the match for Brower. As time expires.
Oh, and maybe a
Lofthouse doesn't quite get the does he? The ref does award the reversal as time runs out. That'll bring the final score 11-7 for Tanner Lofthouse. Utah Valley. One of the more exciting matches of the day thus far.
That was awesome. That's a good fight. That's the type of fight you want to see. That's the type of match where you want to see people put it all out there on the line.
74's Zach Johnson for Snow College Badgers and Mark Takara, freshman for Utah Valley. Takara, another California product out of Temecula, wrestled for Temecula Valley High School.
Oh, nice snap down to a front headlock out of that double under. That looked nice. Slide by, go behind there. Oh, he caught him with a roll through here with a power half.
And he's in a bad spot.
Takaro looking for the pin. He's got it now. Right now, chasing what? Put his hips to the mat. Push that.
I think he's
inside shoulder down.
He has time to settle and.
I mean, you don't want to. I mean, this is exactly where I'm talking. If you get a guy on his back, and a nice fight with a direct return to his back, he's got to fight. Oh, he is not in a good position.
That'll be a pin.
And a pin for Zach Johnson of Snow College.
Crowd pretty thrilled about that. Johnson coming out of Maple Mountain High School, Mapleton, Utah, just down the street.
That is a classic Badger Wolverine battle.
That's what I like to see. Snow College with points on the board.
That's great. As we move into 184 pounds, Utah Valley 30, Utah Valley 30, Snow College 6.
Also another wrestler that gave Air Force a little bit of a struggle, Hayes Dalton, freshman out of Snow. He's in a cradle. Man,
I've seen more cradles from the feet today than maybe I have all year from Utah Valley.
Yeah, Kayla Woonhoop.
What would you do here? I mean, he's at the side. You want to scoop up that back foot or keep driving him over?
Try to get my knee or
I'd get both my knees.
Oh, he just bails on it.
That's crazy, man. That's the fifth or sixth standing cradle, or cradle from your feet with no back points.
So Hayes Dalton out of Emory, Utah. I thought originally he committed to a D2 school, Colorado Mesa University, just over the border in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Is that where you went before Utah Valley?
Yep. And so he's been on the scene. Wound up flipping his decision to go to Snow. But Caleb Uhlenhoop out of Vegas, probably one of our favorite freshmen at Utah Valley. He's a little unorthodox. He's got some funk to him, but
there he goes.
Great potential.
Great finish, too. Where he shoots, he's got those legs draped. He isolates one and pushes the other one off where he can finish in that double leg position. What do you think is the biggest difference between wrestling at a level or a program like Snow and then somewhere like Utah Valley or Division I school?
I mean, they say wrestling's wrestling. Junior college, they tend to get, just different set of recruits. And so sometimes guys that are really good at wrestling wind up going junior college for different reasons. They have bad grades or they, tuition reasons,
It's actually one of the reasons why I love like tournaments, national tournaments like Midlands or I don't know if it's Reno or Cliff Keene that they get all kinds of Reno Tournament of Champions. Long story short, you see dudes like from NAIA schools that happen to be just beasts that come and they put a hurting on a lot of really great Division I talent. And I agree. I mean, at any time, if you're wrestling post-high school, you're good, dude. Like, it's not easy to continue wrestling at a higher level. And so you're good.
Yeah,
You got to be
I forgot
good.
what the percentage is, but in wrestling, I think it's only like 2% of athletes go on from high school.
Yeah, it's like a fraction of what the opportunity is for somebody that plays football or basketball or any women's sport for that matter. But yeah, it's a rare thing to be able to continue wrestling at a higher level. And you got to be perfectly honest, you got to really love it. I could speak from my own experience. I think wrestling for all these additional years in college, if you are not 100% in, love it, committed to it, it's like torture.
Mm-hmm.
You got to love the sport, and that's the thing. You love it. You love the there's not a lot of glory in wrestling, but it's the passion. Look at him. Granby opportunity
And
with
he does
near
get
fall.
near fall, yep. But Sam, I do like duels like these where it's like, separate divisions, different teams from different divisions wrestling each other, because I remember being a Division II wrestler, and I love beating those D1 guys.
It was my favorite thing. So I wrestled in Wyoming, and that was always my thing. I wanted to beat the Division I guys, right? Show them that, hey, there's good wrestling at the junior college or the Division II or Division III level, right?
Or you did a bad job of recruiting because...
Yeah, you messed up. You done messed up.
Should have recruited me, coach.
No, I feel 100%. That was always my goal.
Utah Valley with the cradle locked. He doesn't quite... He still has it locked.
He's got to jump. He's got to jump hard here and roll. Uh-oh.
Hayes looking to swim that arm.
Would you go straight back? I'd lock and, well, he lets it go.
He just maybe doesn't feel
If I had
confident
that lock,
doing
I would have
that.
come sit right on his hip and gone straight back with him. No?
I was never a roll-through guy because you have to go
Yeah.
across your back, and that's dangerous, and why do that?
And he almost, it was close there. Got to get a post, and all of a sudden you're caught up.
So that'll be it for the second period. Riding time currently a factor. 8-1 for Utah Valley. Snow College chooses neutral. Dalton with some aggressive.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, now we got some heavy hands, some good motion. Got a Russian tie here. Oh, and he pops it by but shoots across the body where he just can't penetrate those hips.
Yeah, I think Hayes felt it coming.
.43 seconds. Head pull and a shot, but not a lot of it. You know, the whole setup was pretty good. The penetration kind of lacked there, and Dalton is able to down block and keep him off his legs.
20 seconds.
Ooh, drop to a single leg here.
Caleb looking to swim that left hand over those hips. Short time here. Dalton holds on. As time expires, final score will be 9-1 for Utah Valley.
All right. Team score 34-6. As we come into 197 pounds, from Snow College, Christian Slack, going up against Jack Forbes, a redshirt freshman from Utah Valley.
Your Utah Valley Wolverine, Jack Forbes.
Forbes out of Littleton, Colorado, Columbine High School. Another one of our freshmen. He's in on a leg.
That was
steps
sharp.
over.
It was
Yep.
pretty sharp, dude. He's got that bottom leg, and with this, I had him skied out there and could have elevated that to a tilt. Some wild legs getting thrown in by Utah Valley and Snow College. And, man, Slack going after that leg, really trying to separate his hips.
He's doing the right thing. Forbes, good job of scooting back. Christian Slack from one of the most prestigious programs in Utah. Went to Wasatch High School. We got someone bleeding. We're gonna clean that up real quick. As we clean these guys up, Sam, we are going to have a couple of extra matches this duel, 84s and heavyweights. So I think they're just going to do it right after we get through the lineup.
Yeah. Want to get everybody a match that needs and wants one. Cleaning up blood off of Slack. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll here in the middle.
Slack with a little grin. Something was funny.
Man, he's popping out. His hips have been interesting.
Coach Williams says cut him.
Because
could be dangerous trying to ride him.
Slides by, puts him straight down,
Gets
but he gets a 2-point takedown.
And gets the lead. Current score 3-2.
These returns not very sharp.
Forbes does hit a switch out of that return and earns an escape.
I like the pace that Christian Slack has. Let's see if he can keep this going. Forbes kind of got him stalked to the edge of the mat. A shot by Slack, defended out of bounds by Forbes.
Tied up. Minute and 12 seconds left. Forbes in on a shot.
Ooh, that was such
I see doubled off.
That was a textbook high C double. That was sweet, man. So right there, that wrist ride gets heavy there on the shoulder. That's hard to he clears it off, though. It's hard to let hang there. You got to clear that off and start to work for hand control. Ooh, tilt.
Does get him turn, and ref's counting. 30 seconds.
He can go for it again. Earns
Ref
that.
awards a 4.
Yeah, wins that 4, and let's go back to it again, right?
He's got a different turn.
Got to keep skiing it out. Turning his hips. There he goes. He pulls him over. Got to do it again.
Ref only gives him 2 this time. His time expires. That's 6 points, plus that of near fall plus the takedown. Like, he's back in a commanding lead when they were just tied up earlier in the period. Got to clean up some more blood. Looks like Jack Forbes has double nostril
bleed. Total carnage. Man, that slide by, they just showed a replay here in the arena, but that slide by Slack was smooth. Kept Forbes so off his feet, he came down, spiked on his head. But Forbes really turned the last half of that period around.
Slack doing a good job
Ooh,
there.
nice standing switch right to his back. A reversal and now near fall. Let's look for a pin in. That's what happens. Jack Forbes, Utah Valley Wolverine over Christian Slack, the Badger from Snow College.
Up next, the heavyweight, Nico Rodriguez out of Nampa, Idaho, 285 pounds. He'll wrestle Nick Ware, Snow College. So, Rodriguez, a 3-time state champ in Idaho.
Nice pressure being made here by Rodriguez. He's got a nice forearm, comes to an underhook, goes from pushing to really hunting it. More pressure here. Keep that underhook, and he can work something out of this. Uh-oh. Double under here.
And he's jacking him up there.
We can go more, but, oh, man, those elbows get collected together by Ware to defend that off. And now Rodriguez blocking that double over by blocking his hips, and he clears his hands out. Those are situations where, you know, at a heavyweight level, it's like, okay, if this gets held on to, it's going down, and someone's going to their back, right?
That's right.
There's good change-ups there. Oh, drag by to a outside shot, and he comes around behind.
Takedown.
Smooth, baby.
Pretty athletic.
That
there.
looked good. Man, Rodriguez with a nice takedown. Good right on top here. He's keeping his weight over his hips, over that side there. Making it hard for Ware to really get any kind of motion off the bottom, and now broke him down flat, belly on the mat.
Looks like he's going to go for a bar here, too.
Ware's trying to get his knees up underneath him. Rodriguez teeing up out on the outside here with a wrist ride. Rodriguez now riding a little parallel. I'd love to see a little bit more action. Yeah, now he's out to the side trying to work something, but...
Yeah, time will run out this period. And it's Red's choice. Snow College defers. Coach Williams has Nico choose bottom.
Rodriguez quick up to his feet. He's got to isolate a hand, though, to get out from here. No return, not a lot, and Rodriguez turns that into a escape. Uh-oh, blood time out here.
Getting these athletes cleaned up. Coach's game plan in a little bit. Looks like we're ready to go. Ref's gonna have the athletes back in on the center. Rodriguez with some fakes. He's heavy on the head, fakes shot, heavy on the head, fakes shot.
Ooh, I like those. I like that. Man, he's decently light-footed for a big guy, right? And I shouldn't say for a big guy. He's light-footed. Let's just put it that way. But man, I like the change-ups where he's got his feet moving and he's got his hands active.
Now he digs this underhook in.
He was
See
going.
if he goes doubles again.
Yeah, he was really searching for this in the first period. He's got some offense out of that. Let's see if he can turn it on.
Oh, he's pummeling in. He's getting that right hand.
Now go inside. Nice change. Driving up to a double, but rolls, and nah, not enough.
Good work by Snow College. He goes with the momentum, rolls him out of bounds. Shot by Snow College. 15 seconds left in the second period.
Looks like a body lock here by Ware from Snow College. And a body lock can turn into something sweet if you really work at it. 3 seconds. I don't know if there's enough time chasing.
That'll be it. It's going to be Snow College's choice. He chooses bottom. Current riding time, minute and 19 seconds for Utah Valley.
Ooh, good, man. I think that's a good indication right there. Like, if you create motion, man, no one's going to really ride you. And I think Ware just did a really good job of sitting out, switching his hips, really creating a lot of motion. And Rodriguez just didn't have it in him to follow. You keep motion, it's hard to follow, right?
Yeah, the coaches are always just drilling motion, motion, motion. Ware in on a shot, too. He's definitely on the offense. Keep in mind, riding time is locked.
Minute left. I want to see Rodriguez do what he does with this underhook. Every period he's had situations where he had a deep, deep underhook, and I want to see what he does with it. Most of his offense comes out of transitions like that, where it's out underhook, comes heavy on the head, and then ends up hitting shots or whatnot. But what is it? What does he do with the underhook, Jason? I don't know. This is my first time seeing Rodriguez wrestle.
We hope to watch. Find out.
shot. Rodriguez again on light feet, even in the third period here. Looks good.
5 seconds in the match. Looks like that'll be it for this go-around. Nico Rodriguez with the decision victory. We're going to do our first extra match. Hunter Morse, Utah Valley, Russell Caden Kirk for Snow. Yep, the official duel is over. UVU 43, Snow College 6.
So stick with us. We got 2 exhibition matches. Got some good energy here, got some good motion. High underhook here, Jason.
Yeah, Morse a little bit dangerous in there.
I like the motion Hunter has. A lot of motion change, a lot of ups and downs. Kirk matching. Ooh.
Kirk did get to a lock momentarily. Morse does a good job of isolating those hands and circling out of it.
Ooh. Had him off balance, had a chance for a shot. Kind of that distance, I think, was a little far. I think that's why Hunter didn't actually pull the trigger on that.
Morse with that Russian tie. Kirk comes over the head.
Oh, man.
No attempts off these opportunities, at least that I'm seeing.
Yeah, just setting them up. I admire both. I mean, both guys actually with decent change-ups and
Morse
motion.
does get to a leg.
There he goes. He's going to isolate this and take it up. Bails out. Kirk bails out and tries to jump out, but not enough. Gets taken down and flattened out, but quickly brings his knees up, and now he's fighting hands. Ooh, got a hand pulled behind his back here. Kirk's got to try to get this hand to the mat and crawl it forward, which he's doing. Got to keep going, keep that bar out.
Morse out of Hillsboro, Oregon. He's wrestled on and off on the starting lineup. Seen some action this season, for sure.
Good switch over, change over by Kirk to his feet.
10 seconds here. Morse with the return right as time expires.
Hunter Morse chooses down in the second period.
Riding time not quite a factor.
Another high underhook here. Tries for kind of an inside hook, inside trip. Ooh, post to a double leg shot and finishes straight through. Not
yeah,
bad, not
He
bad.
didn't have his head on the outside at all.
Just trying to go back and collect that rear foot.
Morris look to dig that arm out. I don't know if he's going to bar it. 5 seconds in the match. It looks like he just goes for a quick tilt. And Kirk does a good job of not going over.
Nice fight there, right?
It'll be Snow College's choice.
Snow College's choice. Chooses down.
Coach Baston says go
neutral.
and he goes down.
I want to go down.
Nah, down.
Optional start for Utah Valley.
Well, I guess Coach Baston got his way, plus a free point. So,
Yeah.
riding time, 1 minute and 33 seconds for Utah Valley.
Ooh, good switch up, but no, not enough. Almost gave up that takedown, but recovered. Kirk recovered and grabs an elbow and comes up to his feet. He's looking a little bit more heavy-footed here, chasing.
Yep, Kirk. And on
But
the
a
double.
nice double, and he
gets a
comes
takedown.
away with it. Not bad.
Looking to stay in. Morse. Yeah, it's an escape here. Score 6-3. Riding time still a thing.
Nice elbow pass, and then follows it in to a single leg, and then he finishes behind.
He's going to cut him again. 45 seconds left in the match.
Another elbow pass. Oh, he could have followed that.
That's a stall. First stall warning against Snow.
30 seconds now. Oh, just beautifully timed shot here.
Coach Williams has him cut him again. 15. He wants him to cut him again. Doesn't quite get that final takedown, but did
Really
a lot
put it
more
on,
work.
man. Put it on there at the last. They chasing?
Yeah, that last minute or so, he did more work than probably the whole rest of the match. But
Hunter Morse comes away with a victory for Utah Valley. Treetop finish almost down, and goes behind and trips down. Okay.
so final exhibition match. 285 pounds. Court Wilkinson. And he'll be wrestling David Herring, a freshman out of Snow. Court Wilkinson is a local guy, Pleasant Grove High School. And David Herring, also extremely local, wrestled at Mountain View High School in Orem. So, right down the street, closest high school to Utah Valley campus. Actually went into overtime against his Air Force athlete last duel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a pretty good match.
That guy's that Air Force guy's ranked pretty high, eh?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that guy. It was their
Oh, okay.
backup. But
Backup.
Herring was actually winning going into the third round. I think he just got rode. Oh, yeah, he was winning by a point. He got rode the entire round, so the Air Force kid got a point to tie it up and go into overtime with riding time. And then he got taken down riding time, or in overtime. But we'll see how he goes up against Court.
Both guys with a collar tie and a crease pull, like right in that elbow. Finally break out to get something fresh going.
Both freshmen. I'm wondering if they might have wrestled each other in high school.
They had to have, right?
Well, I don't know if Mountain View and Pleasant Grove are same division. But they're both.
Yeah, one's 6A, one's 5A.
But they might have bumped into each other somewhere.
Oh, tournaments for sure.
Wilkinson, Pleasant Grove High School, one of the most storied programs in the state as well, continually pumping out college athletes, and a lot of them come to Utah Valley, fortunately. And speaking of heavyweights out of Pleasant Grove, Dustin Dennison, one of the best wrestlers to come through Utah Valley, also competed there.
If you're tuning in and need more Utah Valley Wolverine wrestling, the reason why I bring this up, you see the crowd trickling in for our double header tonight, where Utah Valley is going to take on the Air Force Academy, which has a pretty cool, pretty stacked lineup. It's great to have a good competition coming to town. Big 12 wrestling. So watch this, finish this up, take a little break, grab a snack, but get back here at 6 p.m. to see great Utah Valley Wolverine wrestling, where we take on the Falcons of Air Force.
Yeah, Coach Barber, Air Force, does a really good job. They get recruits out of every state. I mean, Air Force is a little bit different dynamic. You got to have a certain type of athlete that wants to go there and be military. But their lineup is just sprinkled with guys from Pennsylvania to California. It's all over the place, and extremely talented lineup, like you said. Currently they have their 25-pounder ranked. I think he's 28th, 29th, somewhere in there, and their heavyweight, number 5. Wilkinson with the escape, start the second period.
Both wrestlers kind of like a 50-50 collar tie. Wrestling in the middle, though, not a ton of action, though, in this first and halfway through the second period. Wilkinson nice and low. He's got a good position, but got to start turning it on, where he uses, again, heavier hands and maybe some motion from his feet to create some opportunities. Here he goes with a tie. Underhook.
Looked like almost an attempt there. It's funny to watch wrestling because the coach will say something to a wrestler who is literally fighting a human at the same time, and he'll like look at him, make eye contact with the coach,
Okay,
like, nod to him like, okay,
I got you,
while someone is trying to actively like attack him.
Oh, shot there. Wilkinson blocks down, ends up in a front headlock, but then
No score
shoots.
there.
Wow, shoots.
Some risky business. Time expires. It'll be Snow College's choice going in the third. He's going to choose. He should choose bottom. Okay, he goes bottom. Utah Valley currently with the lead, 1-0.
Wilkinson looking to keep heavy weight up on his hands and get him on his head, break him down.
Wilkinson currently 32 seconds of riding time.
Coy, man, nice job.
Yeah, pretty good
That's pretty
return there.
good return, just amazing display of athleticism for, again, big guy. Just picks up his opponent, drives him straight out.
He's going to have to ride him for 21 more seconds to secure riding time and avoid overtime.
Breaks him down. Short time to earn that riding time.
Just now hitting a minute riding time. 44 seconds left in the period and in the match. Time winding down. 5 seconds. Wilkinson looking for a turn into the period. Doesn't quite get it with riding time. That'll be the final score, 2-0, Utah Valley.
Well, hey, good to see. Oh wait, maybe we got one more.
So I think, yeah. So this next one is Chip. He'll be wrestling at an Air Force for our exhibition before we
won't
start
do
the
them
duel.
after. Okay,
Yep.
I get you.
So we're just gonna wrestle it right now.
Your Utah Valley Wolverine. Technology straight.
Stick with us. We'll be right back. All right, fans. We have one more exhibition. We're actually gonna rest the stream right now, but please join us at Utah Valley University here in Lockhart Arena. More Wolverine wrestling as we take on the Air Force Academy here at 6 o'clock. So tune back in. We'll see you soon. Sam Allen signing off.